Welcome to the third video of the series HTML Basics. Today we're going to talk about how to add a button and also how to add an input box in our website. So far, we had a website like this. We had a logo, we also have some text and an image. So our goal is to create also an input box and a button. Why do we do that? So let's say I'm selling a product. For example, here I went to the website from Starlink. As you know, Starlink is a company owned by Elon Musk, and what they offer is internet access using satellites. So basically, here they have all the information, but the first thing you see here is the input box, service address, and order now. So here I can go and say Mexico City and then order now. So all the landing pages should have a place for our clients to get in touch with us to buy the product. Either you have an online shop, or you want to get in touch with the clients. So if you see, and we have to talk a little bit about marketing, there's the so-called marketing or sales funnel. So first we have to get the attention of our client. To get the attention of our client, we are going to be using different tools. For example, we can use search engine optimization, that we're going to talk about that later. And then once they land in our website, what do? We can, for example, offer them a catalog, or we can offer them a free ebook about, I don't know, the best meals for people that are working out. I don't know, something that gives value to the client. And once they give us their information, we can contact them and then we can start discussion with them so they can make a decision and they do the final action, which is basically buying our product. So what we're going to talk about today, what do we do? How do we encourage them to give us their data, or how do they actually give us their data? Here we see the input text and the box. We need to add two more tags. First, the button tag, and then the input box. So let's talk about the button tag. This one is, we can open it here, and we are going to also define the type. The type is button. Then we're going to write the word that is going to be inside of that button, and then we're going to close the tag. So let's say we want to add that to our trinket, to our website. Let's go over here and say they just saw the axe and we want them to leave their data. We say button and then type equals, oh, here I erased a bracket. So button type button, we close it and we say that and we say that it should say I don't know, maybe we have a newsletter, so we say subscribe to our newsletter. Okay, then we close the bracket. So as you see, it created already a button. I'm gonna open it in a new frame. Now if I go here, boom, I have my button. Now remember, we're working with HTML. Because we're working with HTML, this button is not really doing anything. It's just there, okay? It's just a visual representation of a button. Later on, when we start talking about JavaScript, we can actually assign a function to this button. Now, let's see how we can add a box for them to add their name and their email. To add their name and email, we would need to create a new tag. The tag is called input. So let's see how the input tag looks like. All right. So the input tag has different values. Here in the input tag, we have the type, and then we have to write down placeholder equals, and then whatever we want the text box to say. So for example, here in the Starling example, we have service address. I wrote Mexico City. In our case, we want to have two input boxes or text boxes, one asking for the name and the second one asking for the email. Okay. Now, there are a lot of types of input boxes, and probably you've seen them. The first one is here we're going to say on the type is what type of information are we asking for. So we have date, where we get a calendar, time, where we get different times, or even things like color, where they can pick color. This would be, for example, interesting for your products if there's an option to customize the color of your product. So let's go back to our code, and then let's say here we're going to say, let's make it big. Okay, so we're gonna say after the button, we're gonna say input type equals text, placeholder equals name. Now, the input tag is a self-closing tag, so you don't need to add any closing here. So let's see if we got it right. Type text, placeholder equals, there you go. It probably should appear now. So here you see is the button first and then the name. Let's put it here before the button. And now we can see that before our button. There you go. Let's open it in a new frame. Open frame in a new tab. And we will see here the name. Okay, let's add a second input box. Now let's go here and let's put input. Oops. There you go. So let me zoom in again. Sorry. There you go. Input type equals text, placeholder equals, let's say, oh, here I have a plus, so no, email, okay, email, and we close it. And now we can see that we are asking for email and name. So let's see it in a new frame. And now we ask for the name and the email. Remember, we haven't started with CSS, so don't worry about the alignment or the sizes or the style. We're gonna go there in the following episodes. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.